There are over 130 playbooks in college football 26, and you're confused which one I should be using. But don't worry, because I've broken them down into the 3 best you need to use regardless of your play style or skill level. You're not going to want to miss this one. Let's jump right into it. Alright, first let me break down the most toxic offense in CFB 26. If you want to make people rage quit, this is the one for you. Alright, and that offense that I'm talking about is the Ohio State Offensive Playbook, okay? What makes this offense toxic, BLT? Well, it's this formation, single back bunch tight end, okay? It really comes down to a few plays, alright? First, we're going to start with stretch alert bubble. They're going to be in a random defense every time, and I just want you to watch how annoying this is to defend. Not only do you have a stretch, which is notoriously hard to stop going one direction, but then you have a bubble, and you're under center, which means the ball's going to be in the air for less time. Quarterback can just put it on a rope, and then you're able to, make some yards shake after the catch. All right, but don't ever neglect this stretch run, because if you can follow blocks, get out to the edge, it's going to be a near positive play every time. It's going to be, again, very hard for them to defend. Now, you have to read the defense, read the look. Okay, right here, I'm probably just going to check this ball down right here to this guy. That defender takes a horrible pursuit angle, and we're able to turn that into a big gain. So it's all from play to play. What you need to do right here, we have a lane, try to cut that back, and we're able to pick up like 7 yards, where it's like you can get the ball to the ball carrier very quickly here with this stretch run, and then oftentimes you're able to pick up good blocks and get to the second level of the defense very, very easily. All right, and then obviously, like we've talked about, if their zones are going to drop really far back, you're just going to throw this pass out here, turn on the jets, and try to get out of there. All right, but clearly we're not done there, because this is still an amazing formation for other reasons. Next, we're going to come into verticals, right? Just have it in your audibles, right? Verticals, boom, take the snap, and just look how easy this is. It's a great route concept. No hot routes are necessary. EA gives you like the best route concept that you could possibly call in a situation like this. Man coverage, boom, we just hit that. That's basically a tight end option route who's going to do a great job of breaking as early as possible in the play. And, if he's manned up, he's probably going to run outside, right? So, again, this is a play that can beat every defense. More man coverage, more tight end out routes, trying to make something shake after the catch, all right? And it's going to be, if they want to run zone coverage, right? Obviously, it's going to be like nearly impossible for them to defend. Look at how easy that running back in route is, out of the backfield, for you to be able to attack. So, again, boom. They just keep running man coverage right here. We have, oh my gosh, Julian saying, what a guy. And he's able to hit one down the field. So your running back's going to check and release as well, which means that they heavy blitz you. He's going to stay in the block, but right here, great. That's just cover 3. Shout out Julian saying for missing a wide open receiver. So you can start to see how the Ohio State playbook from a 2-play mini scheme is going to be like nearly unstoppable for you. Okay, boom, running back out of the backfield. My goodness, that's a crazy drop. Going to do a great job of creating separation, getting out to the flat and making things very, very easy for you. Boom, if you want to try that crosser down the field pass lead, and you're able to get into the end zone. So this Ohio State playbook, very toxic. You're going to make people rage quit because you're just walking up to the line calling either that RPO or you're going to call just verticals down the field and just make a read, whatever coverage they're in. All right, if you want to play like your favorite pro players, Henry, Clef, etc., you need to be in the Oregon State playbook. Let me show you. Alright, Oregon State playbook. If you guys play this game at the beginning of the year, you know how toxic this playbook is, alright? It really starts with, obviously the RPO game, when you're able to come into formations like Y-off trips, and you have super toxic RPOs, like RPO read Y flat, right? When you're on this is a great, especially red zone play, but when you're on the wides, when you have those trips receivers on the wide side of the field, you're able to do a great job of just taking advantage of just a play like this, where, okay, if they're going to be in off man coverage, they're going to be in zone coverage, we can just hit our core route, or we can just look to set up our tight end flat, boom, try to make something shake out. That guy's extremely slow, but you're trying to make something shake after the play. Now, you can also, keep the ball with your quarterback if that read key defender crashes down. You don't just want to force it, boom, he's going to come down, take away that run, so now I can just take off with my quarterback, who happens to be the best runner on this team. So this is just an easy play for you to take advantage of. Just walk over the line, read the defense, and make the read. You have 4 pretty good options with a play like this, which is going to make it very good. And again, like I said earlier, it's like this is a great play to call down the red zone when the field shrunk, and it gives you so many options. But Oregon State Oregon State's not done there, because if you come into bunch strong nasty, come into motion bench double post, right, you're going to just, call the route concept like this. You can actually just put your tight end on a shriek right here. Boom, you're going to watch, pull down some zones, and then we're going to have that pass open again if our quarterback doesn't want to sail wide open passes. But honestly, a really good cover 3 beater, because if we just put them in cover 3 sky right here, right, we're going to see that once you run off some of their inside, breaking zones, hold down that guy, and then you're able to see A over the top and B over the top. Again, it just takes some time in the pocket to actually be able to set some of these routes up, which again, when you have Oregon State against the Ohio State defensive line, really not the easiest thing, but you can see how when you throw it on time, it's just going to be a great throw over the middle. Key thing always with those beaters is not holding on to the ball for too long. But even if, again, you put them in man coverage, right, you're going to see it's kind of just the same thing, where, I would also just probably put my guy on a drag, boom, you have a bunch of man beating routes, and then you just try to hit them, on time, bring that pass in, make something shake after the catch, spin back and bounds, do what you got to do. So it's like you can go into every formation and have a great play. I'll show you one more from this Oregon State playbook. Really good playbook. Bunch X nasty. It's good, I guess, in this game. Certainly better in Madden than it is in this game. But if you come into gun Y off trio close, you're just going to notice more RPOs right now, but you can call this play flood, which is an amazing zone beater, because as the play entails, right, it's a flood concept. Boom, take the snap, make the read right off the rip, and you're able to see that throw, right in the middle of the field. Very, very easy for you, all right? Boom, you're going to see it once again, stem that corner out all the way down, just like this, take the snap, and then you're going to be able to see. It's going to depend on the coverage, right? Right there, you have the backside dig open. All about with these route concepts, getting rid of the ball on time. And right here, you're going to see, again, if they're going to give us that drag's going to be really hard to defend right off the rip. Like, nearly impossible for them to defend unless they want to crash down with their user. And so, again, if they're not going to do that, that's when, you're going to just take advantage and hit it immediately. But, again, one more time, cover 3 defense, we're just going to go ahead and hit that throw in that little pocket right there. Short side corner out, you can call that short side, wide side. You're going to do a great job of attacking those zones. So this Oregon State playbook makes offense really easy. You have RPOs, you have passing plays that attack every level of the defense, and it's why the Oregon State playbook is my second favorite in the game. All right, if you're enjoying this video thus far, go ahead, go down below, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, free, and I'll send you a free guide to dominating college football 26. Let's see who's number 1. And again, like I said, these playbooks are going to depend on your play style, but if you want to make offense really easy, let me show you the Georgia Bulldogs offense. All right, Georgia Bulldogs offense, a very good offense that you can start to, use and abuse here in this game, right? So we're gonna come into gun cluster, halfback strong. You guys watched the channel last year, you guys know how much I love this formation. You have a play like this, verticals, all right? It's an amazing route concept, because you can do anything with your running back. You can put him on a streak to attack the seam, the delayed seam. Then I would probably put my tight end on a drag, call something like this, and you can just see how wide open that running back is going to get, because you're just attacking zone logic. You have guys basically running out to the flat, running back to the middle of the field, and so against a lot of different zone defenses, they're just going to completely forget about that running back. But then you can also see your crosser is going to do a great job against man coverage, and so a play like this, verticals, a pretty simple route concept, is going to do a great job against every defense in the game. More man coverage, this time they're going to blitz us, and so we're going to try to hit our tight end drag. And again, the most important thing is getting rid of the ball. So it's like you don't ever want to eat sacks. When you have a great route concept like this, you just want to, hit your first, hit your second reads, because the ball needs to come out. You know that you're sending 5 out, and so you want to give yourself a great opportunity to beat their defense. And so right there, he dropped it. Wow. Anyway, it's all about just making reads, making good reads here. Boom, we're just going to look, and we get a pass batted down, which is just great. Shout out Gunner Stockton here. Dude's been in college for 10 seasons. But again, boom, running back right out of the backfield. You can see how never be afraid to, hit your checkdowns. Maybe spin, back juke, do what you got to do. But it's super easy with this play, all right? But then the next play that I'm going to show you from this Georgia offense is going to be smash return, all right? This is from Gun Bunch, all right? So you're going to put B on shriek, you're going to put RB on a crosser, tight end on a drag. Fantastic route concept to attack zone coverage. Sometimes I will, and man coverage actually, sometimes I'll put my running back on the table route, and then put my tight end on a flat. So that's what I'll do right here, and then you're able to see if they're just going to drop their flats back. It's all about making reads. This is an easy offense. It allows you to be methodical on offense. You don't have to, you just, a lot of the time I set up a lot of these route concepts to just attack one certain defense, all right? I mean, excuse me, to be able to attack every defense, but you're just reading one defender. Right here, they're going to be in man coverage, obviously. So what does that mean for us? We're going to try to push the ball down the field to our crosser. Crossing routes do a fantastic job against man coverage. And so that's why you want to have them on the field. I mean, they beat zone coverage too, but especially against man coverage, it's like, whoa, this is really dominant. So boom, we're going to see. And then right here, that's why we put that route on the field, the return route against zone coverage too, because he just stresses their zone defense, right? You're going to be able to see, boom, put this guy on a flat. He's going to push out this flat zone defender, and then we're just going to run a guy right into the middle of the pocket of the field that he left. So never be afraid to, hit those areas of the zone defense. Because it's very easy to attack when you call basically route concepts what we call everything beaters, all right? But I'm not going to leave you guys. We want to make this as informative as possible. Here's an easy play to score down in the red zone. All right, this is a motion RPO. I'll have the play on the screen, but this is great in the red zone because this wheel route's going to push out zone defenders, and then you're just going to be able to throw that basically over the ball route right in the spot that they end up leaving. It's a really, really good, route concept. All right, if we put them in a cover 3 defense just like this, okay, boom, you're gonna see he's gonna, look how wide open that pass is. If you ever get a guy that wide open in zone coverage, down in the red zone, whew, that's going to be scary for them. So, they'll never be able to stop this play. You saw it work against cover 2 earlier. You saw it work against cover 3 just now. Cover 3, there's just no zones in the middle to be able to defend this. The zone logic is the wheel route pushes out the flat zones, and then since it's a quick little RPO, that guy's just going to go sit in a perfect spot. So again, just great zone, great red zone play because again, you're just attacking zone logic. You're attacking zone coverage. Boom, push him outside with this wheel. You come sit in the area and then we're able to score. So this Georgia offense has zone beaters, has man beaters, plays to attack every level of defense, every area of the field, and especially punch it in down in the red zone. All right, if you enjoyed that Georgia offense, you can go to the link down below in the pinned comment in the description and grab it today on my website, bltforlife21.com. Let me know how it works for you. All right, don't forget to go down below, hit that subscribe button. But if you're struggling on defense, check out this video where I break down 5 defense tips to help you out in CFP 26. I'll see you over there.